Good afternoon, everyone. Tesco raising prices on 1,000 items. They're trying to keep up with the food losses globally. UK media now has a full section on how to get the best bargains at the best times across several supermarkets. 20% loss of apples, 14% loss of stone fruit across Europe, third year in a row. Nicaragua bean prices up, and you're going to need to consider starting to buy bulk beans in this type of format. And how prepared are you really for food shortages globally as our grow seasons shrink due to the intensifying grand solar minimum? My Patriot Supply 2-week grab-and-go food crate, or the 4-week food supply. These are the very same base items that just rose in price in Tesco. A couple of new posts over here on Electroverse. Acclaimed Israeli astrophysicist suggesting that the sun drives Earth's climate, not CO2. Also Australia, areas that haven't seen snow in multiple decades are now seeing snow. Kangaroos hopping in the snow as well. Must be too much global warming there. A new resource for you as well, surviving the super grand solar minimum. I've linked it below. Dennis is running the site, and it's a plethora of information on collapsing primer fields, how the sun does indeed drive our climate, what can be expected in terms of timelines moving out with the food crop losses. And Dennis is trying to update it daily with new posts, so if you have ideas, you can contact with him over there. Now on to Tesco, hiking 1,000 food items. Everything from bananas to flour to rice to beans, beer, muffins, milk and cheese. Now, these are staple items that we consume daily. So if Tesco's already in the position to be rising prices on this, and they are vertical, they own the farms that supply them. We're seeing the same thing over in Walmart. The farms that are supplying Walmart are having difficulty growing. Hence, the price increases. I'll link the article below so you can dig through yourself and see what's risen in price, and you can chase out the leads that are hyperlinked in the article here off the Sun. Lentil beans up 152%. More than doubling in price. And I love how the spokesman says, over the recent months, cost pressures have continued to build and impact the market, meaning something was not grown, so the bidders pushed up the price at the wholesale delivery because less supply means higher price. That's translated into regular English there. Bottom paragraph, we worked hard to offset these pressures and focused on protecting our customers for as long as possible. Yeah, as long as possible is possible until it's not possible. Then you're on your own. That's what that says. And as soon as they get to the next price constriction bottleneck, they're going to raise prices further. You think they care about you? They care about their investors. Prices up, global yield down. What I find intriguing as well, there's a full article on how to sweep through the UK and go to these different supermarkets at the proper time to get the best bargains and when they generally have sales through the day. Shocking that this would follow right on this food price rise article. It's getting to the point now where they're trying to show you how you can save money, because if you spend more for food, you don't have as much money out in that greater spending economy. So I wonder how many people are not going to go see movies this weekend because their food prices went up. How many people are going to cook at home this week and not go out to a restaurant because their food price is up? Do that through the whole economy and you'll see where we're heading. Jetstream shifts. Grand solar minimum fingerprint right here for you. Upsetting yet again Europe's apple, pear, and stone fruit production. This comes off the World Apple and Pear Association. Apples dropping 20%. And then we've seen the third year of losses for stone fruit. That includes the apricots, this types of fruit, as well as we have pears here down 14%. Serious decreases in quotation marks. All major pear-producing countries are hit. On to seafood. Prices up, supply down. Above average rainfall exiting the Mississippi, clogging the Gulf of Mexico with sediment. Bad scallop season. Scallops here, they're not growing as fast. That's the thing. Water's not saline enough. It's too fresh with all the runoff. Down to Central America, Nicaragua. Domestic markets increasing 20% on the staple of the staple of the staple, beans. So when you come down and you're at the very basic staple of a society, rice and beans, and that's gone up 20%, you know there's an economic contraction coming to that area. And it's happening globally, so welcome to the economic contraction, but perhaps all the saber rattling is just a way to mask what is happening naturally with the food price rises. That way they can blame it on governments, devaluing currency. No, it's nothing to do with decreased global output because of a grand solar minimum. But all these solutions like buying in bulk right here. You should go buy how many of those bags of beans, not just a kilo out of it, I want the whole bag. How many of those do you think you need to get ready for long-term food storage? And these types of ideas are referenced and talked about in my new book, Climate Revolution. Understand, prepare, adapt, and thrive. Your shopping and spending habits are going to shift as the food prices get higher. Are you ready for that? The link's in the description box below. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you got something out of it.